Hello everyone! Welcome back for more Let's Play Octopath Traveler 2. Joining me, StarPrincessHLC.
Part of a balanced breakfast.
Not touching that one with the 10-foot pole because also is here is JKLantern.
Part of an unbalanced breakfast.
On a side note, please do not eat co-hosts. Anyway.
Wow.
It's also what he did on a regular basis from what I'm gathering.
Probably. Because the only other option would be to test it on his wife and daughter, and he didn't want to do that.
No.
Unless his assistant volunteered a few times. She might have.
This is very true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucky that she ended up getting it right on the first try.
She didn't have much. She only had one try, so.
True. So she's like Pop from the Colonel Sanders dating sim.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, Wesley from The Princess Bride.
Yeah, that too. Well, I guess you know what her second job is later. Wow, even Oswald's like, yeah.
I need to invent research ethics.
Healer's gotta heal, 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 heal.
You know, this is something I've seen come up in so many different places.
Mm.
Talk about that more in a minute, but...
Well, and then suddenly Patch Adams is invented.
Oh god. That's gonna make somebody very unhappy.
Mm.
But, no, there's a thing that happens. And you may never run into it yourself, but for those of us that have been part of, say, some massive online project,
Mm-hmm.
especially where diverse talent skills are needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use the most obvious example of things I've been in, the various musical productions I've been in online. There's something you see where the people that audition for the various roles and they get those roles, they start to get what's typically known as imposter syndrome, where you feel like you really aren't worthy of having whatever it is you have, because you look at your skill set and you downgrade it severely because the stuff that you're doing in that particular arena comes very easily to you, so you don't put a ton of value in it. But you look at the other areas, and they're areas that you typically don't have a lot of proficiency in, so you look at those and you value their assets much higher than you value your own. And a lot of people really get stuck there, especially when they enter a big group for the first time, like the Man on the Internets or the Lemon Lights or what have you. What these people fail to realize is that everyone else, well, not everyone else, but close enough to it, is looking back at them in just as much awe as they are looking around. And it's like the people that, the people that have the ability to sing, for example, they'll look at the people that can draw, they'll look at the artist team and go, oh my god, that's amazing, I couldn't do half of that. Or they will look at the people behind the scenes doing the mixing and the mastering and go, oh my god, how do you do that? That's amazing. Meanwhile, the people doing the art look, but this is just art. I can't sing to save my life. Look at what you're doing over there. And the people doing the mixing go, I'm just slapping files together in a folder. You're the one actually putting out the talent. It gets like that. So just, if you ever join a group like that, realize that you did not get in on a fluke. Realize that, you have, your talents are what they are needing. So don't downgrade yourself too hard. It seems really easy for you to do the things that you do.
Nora is staring at me really hard.
You think only one person is staring at you really hard right now?
He's starting beet red.
Is my point taken by anybody out there, I wonder? They were good connections. They actually managed to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And yes, I've given that motivational speech before in a few forms. Usually when we got new people in Lemon Light.
Casti's story, it's fairly straightforward, but it's very well executed. It's one of my favorites in the game, on the whole.
You said that about 4 different stories, right?
So many of these stories are really good.
Yeah.
Well,
Like even the ones we don't consider the better ones, they are still good.
like Porticio's my favorite character.
Mm.
Casti's is one of the 2 stories on the whole that I consider best executed.
Mm-hmm.
Different characters have different best chapters. Why do people keep bringing that up? Have you heard them?
Have you heard the specific way he reads them?
It's
And Timonos is now hit with existential dread.
Yes, he is.
God, I indoctrinated so many children.
Oh god, I turned people away from the church. Okay.
So now that we've gotten all that taken care of, we need to finish out another story.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you watching, wondering why we're not just hitting up all the Chapter 4s now, well, from now on, just about all the chapters will be the final chapter that someone has. Starting with Casti's we just did.
Yep.
We wanted to start with a solid one. Star and I were actually talking at length about, like, what order should we subject Surat to with these. There were some that we were like, one of these has to be last because we want to end on what we think of as a high note.
Uh-huh.
Some of them were like, do we want to start with that one first?
In any event, up next is Ochette.
Yep.
Who, now that she has all 3 of the mythical creatures,
Well, 2.5.
you ain't getting more.
Yeah. Act to grow faster.
Where is the freaking... Where is the place? Because I've been here, so I've got to,
Oh god, that guy's quest. That guy's quest. Talk to him real quick.
I think we already did.
Oh, okay, he's not the one I thought he was.
No, that's later. We'll figure that one out later.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was a different guy. Yeah, I think you're right.
So I need to find the tavern.
For sure it's on the
There it
human
is.
side.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of must be in Nameless Village.
Yeah.
Wow, travel mentor in here.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that once you complete one of the final chapters, there's a point where you can randomly get travel banter amongst like 3 or 4 characters.
Depending on who you have in your party.
Huh. So I'll have to find that list later and make sure we see all of them.
Mm.
Seeing a mosquito is a little hard, Castti.
But now see, in Lilo and Stitch, they were an endangered species.
That was a great joke.
Yeah.
Eat the mosquito then. Duh. True.
Yeah, that is a thing that happened, yes.
Yep.
They kill more than hippos.
Mm-hmm.
Which is impressive, because hippos are scary.
Yep.
I'm reminded of the game Mr. Mosquito.
I only vaguely remember that.
I put a demo of it.
It ain't whether they mean to or not, it's the fact that they're kinda going to, and it's probably a good idea to cull the herds whenever you can of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Because there's not a whole lot of good mosquitoes really do the world.
Pollinators, actually. So, entomology hat for a minute. The only mosquitoes that suck blood are the females, and they need that to produce their eggs. Otherwise, in order to get actual nutrition, to get calories, they feed on nectar like many other insects. So they are nectar feeders. There are plants that require mosquitoes to be pollinated. It's just that the females need your blood and are excellent disease vectors, unfortunately. So there is good that they do.
I'm willing to risk it.
In other news, you're probably going to kick yourself. You know, Benz?
Mhm.
Guess what that building used to be?
Was it a White Castle?
A KFC.
No! I'll take that trade. Granted, we haven't been to Ben's in a while and they're mad bastards, but...
Yeah, because like now they have like a 10 patty burger.
It's still not the Big Ed.
No, your big head is smarter.
Mm-hmm.
Make your burgers wider, not taller. That way we can actually friggin' eat them.
So when Ochette took her deep breath, did she swallow the mosquito?
She might have.
I don't remember.
I mean, considering everybody's reaction.
Oh, shit, no!
Oh, okay.
Considering all the poison she's had pumped into her body.
Yeah, she's probably immune to that too. Watch, she's immune to like burns and bee
I was going to say,
stings.
letting the mosquito eat her blood would probably kill it.
Why did it grow 3 eyes?
I mean, she's probably, maybe she's, you know, immune to like tick bites too. Just tries to suck her blood, it drops dead. Well, shit.
I'm back, everyone!
Hi, furries.
We've been back a few times, guys.
We have short-term memory loss.
Stop jumping off the roofs for fun, then.
Bringing presents? You bet!
I've got tons of jerky.
I made all kinds of jerky while I was off island.
Yep, there we go.
It don't look like jerky. It looks like a ham.
Jerky!
It is a form of cured meat.
Eh.
Jerky, jerky! Nothing's changed here, I see.
We've been starving for months.
Woo-hoo! It's so nice to see everyone again. But I miss Juva's mane, too. I know what you mean. It's no fun without that bunch of fluff.
When it's all poop.
Hey, everyone! Is Master Juva still kicking?
He hasn't moved from... Okay. He hasn't moved from that spot that he pretended to die in earlier.
Really? I'd better go visit him then.
I kind of want to see Layla's reaction to that scene.
Let's go, Mahina.
Let us save the game here. You know, before we continue, I think I'd better take a break because
Okay.
we got into some deep discussions during the travel banter.
True.
So, when we come back, we will talk to Juva there, but we have started Ochette's story. So, until then, take care, everyone.
Later.
Bye-bye.